Look at this beautiful fucking finals. Look at that. We said at the top, Boatman would be here. And we said at the top, it was going to be a Kingsman finals. And we paid that off. Redshaw has played great. Boatman has played great. And now we get to revel in the moment that we have just conceivably taken Bar's belt from him. It's done. Stamp it. Signed, sealed, delivered. We know one of you two are the champion. And that just feels great to me. What do you guys think?
Signed, sealed, delivered is a great Stevie Wonder song. But no, at the end of the day, like, this is the match that is just going to be the most fun. Like, I'm totally cool playing Doc. I think we have proven, one, that Iowa better than all other 49 states in movie trivia, and Australia. So there you go.
And whatever province or thing that wherever that computer all of us is from as well. I don't know which server he comes off of, but better.
I believe that's Tim Cook's basement.
There you go. Doc, anything you want to say?
No, I'm just like super excited to be here. I did not think I was gonna make it this far. Tournaments scare me. I had never won more than 2 matches in a row before this tournament, so this just exceeds all my expectations, and I'm excited. So
let's do this thing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the finals of the 2021 Movie Warzone Summer Series Singles Tournament. We have got a great match today. It is Double Indemnity Civil War. We've got the number 1 seed, Kaleb Boatman, making his way through this tournament, facing off against the number 7 seed, Mr. Cameron Redshaw. This is going to be a great match. Both have been on great runs, playing fantastic all throughout. On the desk with me, I've got Mr. Kirk Kolakowski. Kirk, thoughts about the match that we're about to see?
Yeah, we all said from the top that whoever made it to the finals of this tournament was going to have to earn it because there were no gimmies in this. This was a tough tournament, 1-32, and they both earned their way here. I mean, Boatman's on a tear. Redshaw's, like he said, he's having the run of his life. So one guy, former champion, looking to get back there. One guy, relatively still young in the trivia, but by trivia terms, looking to make his mark for the first time. So whoever one of them's got to win here first to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Boatman hungry to get his belt back. Redshaw hungry to get his first shot at a belt. It'll be interesting to see which of the two comes out on top, but I'm ready to get into this match. So with that being said, we are going to bring in our competitors and we are going to get into round number 1. Round number 1 will work the way it always has. You are going to get 8 different questions in 8 different categories in the realm of general movies. If you get the question right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you do not get a point. You'll have about 15 seconds to write your answer down on your whiteboard. If you get all 8 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question worth an additional 1 point. A reminder that you have 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use throughout the match. Any questions before we get going? I guess not. So with that being said, your first question. In Back to the Future, it comes in the category of comedy. In Back to the Future Part 2, what does Biff retrieve in the future that he gives to his past self that makes him rich and changes the timeline? So if you could travel to the future year of 2015 and bring yourself anything, what would it be?
Oh, man.
4,
I don't know. A Back to the Future Blu-ray, baby.
1, pens down. We will start with Redshaw.
I froze for a second there. I got terrified. It's a Sports Almanac.
And Boatman.
Sports Almanac.
Both are correct.
Okay. Category 2 comes in category of drama. Who plays radio host Jack Lucas in The Fisher King?
I quite enjoyed this movie. It's insane, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's good.
Well, it's a Gilliam film. So
I like it.
that's what you're going to get.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Boatman.
Jeff Bridges.
And Redshaw.
Jeff Bridges.
Both are correct. We get into question number 3 in the category of sports movies. All the Right Moves centers around what high school sport?
See, I haven't seen Fisher King yet. I needed to see it for Top 100. It was on Brian's Top 100 list, but it was only available to rent, and I was cheap. And like, there's like 24 movies right after Top 100 movie ended that all came up free. So now I go watch all those movies that I was too cheap to watch before.
2, 1, pens down. We go to Redshaw
I said American football.
and Boatman.
I hope that's not challengeable. Football.
You both are acceptable.
It's
Neither of you so
football.
barely, so you'll be given
The other sport is called soccer. Next question, category of directors. What director made his debut with 1994's Shallow Grave?
But yeah, I will say The Fisher King is one of those movies that falls into the category of like, does it make sense? I don't know. Is it good? Yeah.
That's most Terry Gilliam movies.
Honestly, yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Except for
Pens
the-
down. We will go to Boatman first.
Danny Boyle.
And Redshaw.
I wasn't sure, but Danny Boyle.
Both are correct.
Uh,
I believe it's
it's you, yes.
as we get into your next question in the category of sci-fi fantasy. What 70s film is about an alien who arrives in search of water for his planet, who ends up becoming rich with his inventions and is prevented from leaving by the U.S. government?
One Gilliam film that is, I will say, is weird but not good. Brothers Grimm.
I was really worried you were about to do what you always do and say Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Did he direct any of those? I don't know if he directed.
Yeah, the Terrys directed it.
Oh well, he's those are lousy too.
4, 3, 2, 1. We will go to Redshaw
This is my best guess. The Man Who Fell to Earth.
and Boatman.
This is my best guess. The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Your best guess is a good guess.
All right. Next question comes in the category of Oscars. What song won the Best Original Song Oscar for Breakfast at Tiffany's?
It's got to be that song by Deep Blue something, right?
Are we going to sing it?
No.
5, 6, 7, 8.
No, we're not. Cody gets mad when other hosts do it, and I've heard at least 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Boatman
Moon River.
and Doc.
Moon River.
Both are correct. So we get into your penultimate question in the category of horror. In Happy Death Day, it is revealed the individual responsible for Tree's repeated murders has what connection to her? Cody's saying in the background, if Kirk's saying it, he's all about it. But with me or Boatman or Barr or Payson, basically anyone that isn't Kirk does it, we get in trouble. We face his wrath. 5,
Still
4,
going to sing it.
3, 2, 1. We go to Redshaw
Oh my God, they were roommates.
and Boatman. Both are correct as we get into your final question from Kirk.
Final question comes in the category of actors and actresses. Which actor has played a famous detective, a film producer, a con man, and a high priest?
There was a joke I was going to make, which is a joke that I was making a lot in a different match I filmed today, but then I realized that there's too many things for me to make the joke, so I'm not going to do it.
Film producer, con man, high priest. I know those are the same thing, but bump.
5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2. All right, that is Redshaw's first repeat.
Redshaw's first repeat category of actors and actresses. Which actor has played a famous detective, a film producer, a con man, and a high priest?
High priest means like with marijuana, right?
Yes, definitely. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, guys.
I appreciate Doc struggling with having the slightest smirk on his face and trying to hold it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Boatman.
Steve Martin.
and Redshaw.
I knew it was two of them, so I said Leonardo DiCaprio.
Steve Martin is correct. The movies being The Pink Panther, Bowfinger, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and The Prince of Egypt. So with that, Boatman getting a perfect round. So Boatman, you will be issued a bonus question for 1 point. You do not need to write it down as you're the only one being asked it. What 2018 film stars Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish?
Night School.
And that is correct.
For the true perfect round.
So at the end of round number 1, I have the score at 9-7. Is that what you have, Kirk?
I also have 9-7.
All right. So with that, we are going to get into round number 2, which is our wheel round. I'm going to rip the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. Our wheel has 8 different categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. The player in the lead, in this case, Kaleb Koho, will choose whether he wants to spin first or defer. Whichever player spins, if they like what they get on their first spin, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again unless they land on opponent's choice. They will then be issued 5 questions in that category worth 2 points apiece, or they can go to multiple choice for 1 point, but stealing is available. So if you get a question wrong, the opponent can take it. You've been through a full tournament of this. Y'all know what you're doing. So with that being said, Boatman, would you like to spin first or defer? The categories on the wheel today are your strengths of Spike Lee and Oscar-nominated Paul Newman, Redshaw strengths of Billy Wilder and stop-motion animation, as well as quotes, biopics, action-adventure, westerns, and spinners and opponent's choice.
I'll let Doc go first.
All right, Redshaw, your first spin is away and is going to land on opponent's choice. Boatman, do you need a refresher of the categories, or do you know what you would like?
We had a gentleman's agreement. We're not giving each other quotes, so I will get action adventure off the wheel.
All right, action adventure going to Mr. Redshaw. Kirk, would you like to read Redshaw his questions in the category of action adventure?
Yeah, I can do that. Just let me scroll down to the appropriate column here. Okay, Dr. Ray, for your first question, action adventure.
Sure.
All right. In Starship Troopers, what is the name of the more intelligent being that commands the bugs in the military operation?
I'll go multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, brain bug, B, mother bug, C, alpha bug, or D, bug prime?
I'll go B.
B is incorrect. Boatman for the 1 point steal. Is it A, brain bug, B, mother bug, C, alpha bug, or D, bug prime?
Kind of sounds like a Wicked character, but I'll go for it. C.
Alpha bug, that is also incorrect. Correct answer was brain bug.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that with the way Kirk read it.
Question number 2. Who plays Police Chief Frank Butterman in Hot Fuzz?
Oh, which one's the chief? And I'll go for it. Bill Nye.
4.
That is incorrect. Boatman for the 2 point steal.
Broadbent?
I'm sorry, can you say it one more time?
Team Broadbent?
That is correct for 2 points.
Dang it. I can't remember the title.
All right. Redshaw, question number 3. In John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum, John leaves New York to go visit Sophia in what city?
Yeah, I'll go multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Mexico City, B, Casablanca, C, Abu Dhabi, or D, Buenos Aires?
Five, 4.
Repeat the options.
Sure. A, Mexico City, B, Casablanca, C, Abu Dhabi, or D, Buenos Aires?
I'll say C.
That is incorrect. Boatman for the 1 point still. Your options are A, Mexico City, B, Casablanca, C, Abu Dhabi, or D, Buenos Aires.
I'll say Casablanca.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. And your fourth question in action adventure. Robert Redford and Brad Pitt star in what 2000s action thriller?
Shoot, I'll go multiple choice again.
Sure. Is it A, The Mexican, B, The Last Castle, C, Spy Game, or D, Tracers?
Spy Game?
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question? How does John Matrix kill Bennett at the end of Commando?
I will go multiple choice again.
Okay. Multiple choices. A, impales him on a pipe. B, shoots him with a flare gun. C, stabs him with a screwdriver. Or D, throws him off a building.
Five, four, three.
I'll say B.
B is incorrect. Boatman for the 1 point steal. A, impales him on a pipe. B, shoots him with a flare gun. C, stabs him with a screwdriver. Or D, throws him off a building.
A.
A is correct for 1 point steal.
So at the end of Redshaw's round, I have Redshaw up to 8 and Boatman with a couple key steals getting up to 13. Is that what you have, Kirk?
That is, I can confirm that part. That's
All right, so we go into Boatman's spin at the wheel. Boatman, your first spin is away. You land on quote. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Quote sucks. Spin again.
Woo! Ain't that the truth?
Bye-bye,
You
quote.
land on Westerns. Westerns. I will give you your questions in the category of Westerns. Your first question. Which Oscar-nominated actor plays Herman Kermit Warm, the target of the titular brothers in The Sisters Brothers?
I'll shoot for it. Jake Gyllenhaal.
That is incorrect. Redshaw for the 2-point steal. Five, four.
I'll use a repeat.
All right, that's Redshaw's second repeat. Which Oscar-nominated actor plays Herman Kermit Warm, the target of the titular brothers in The Sisters Brothers? Five, four, three.
I'm not pulling it, so I'll just say Riz Ahmed.
That is correct for
Okay.
2 points.
I thought it was something.
Your second question in Oscar's Boatman.
In Western.
In what? What?
In Western.
Did I not say Westerns?
I said Oscars.
Oh, we're not switching now. In Western. In what Western comedy will you find the characters Lucky Day, Dusty Bottoms, and Ned Niederlander? Five, four, three.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Shanghai Noon, B, Rango, C, A Million Ways to Die in the West, or D, The Three Amigos.
D.
That is correct for 1 point. Lucky Day, Dusty Bottoms, and Ned Niederlander being The Three Amigos. Your next question. In The Searchers, Ethan Edwards is searching for someone with what relation to him?
His niece.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. At the end of The Quick and the Dead, how does Ellen finally reveal her identity to the villainous John
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, reveals a scar, B, removes her wig, C, shows her father's badge, or D, does a unique gun trick?
A.
That is incorrect. Doc, for the 1 point steal, your options once again are A, reveals a scar, B, removes her wig, C, shows her father's badge, or D, does a unique gun trick.
C.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. And your final question in Westerns. Who directed the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford?
Scott Cooper.
That is incorrect, Doc, for a 2 point steal.
Andrew Dominic?
That is correct for a big 2 point steal at the end of round 2. I have the score at 16-13. Is that what you have, Kirk?
That is what I have.
All right.
I thought I was
Very
getting knocked out.
interesting second round to get into round number 3. Round number 3 is our pick your poison round. Our competitors are going to get to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point questions. The categories our competitors can pick from today are Spike Lee, Billy Wilder, musicals, animated, music, recent releases, actors and actresses, and westerns. So we will let them choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we will be right back. All right, we have let our competitors choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point questions. Boatman has chosen his 1 in actors and actresses, his 2 in animation, his 3 in Billy Wilder, and his 4 in Spike Lee. Whereas Redshaw has chosen his 1 in animation, his 2 in recent releases, his 3 in Spike Lee, and his 4 in Billy Wilder. We are going to start with Redshaw as he is behind. And he will answer questions until either he has caught up or he has been mathematically eliminated. I gave Boatman his questions in round 2, so I will be giving Redshaw his questions in round number 3. Any questions before we begin the final round? All right. Reminder, Redshaw, you have 1 repeat. Boatman, you still have all 3. Redshaw, your first question in animated. Who voices Mr. Incredible in the Incredibles franchise?
Craig T. Nelson.
That's correct for 1 point. Your 2-pointer in recent releases. What 2020 film is about 2 teenagers traveling from Pennsylvania to New York so one of them can terminate an unwanted pregnancy? Five, 4, 3, 2.
I'm not pulling it. I'll say my repeat.
We were looking for never, rarely, sometimes, always.
Oh.
Never, rarely, sometimes, always. So we stick with Redshaw for his 3-pointer. If he hits this, he will take the lead. In the category of Spike Lee, who plays numbers runner West Indian Archie in Malcolm X? Five, 4, 3, 2.
I'll say Delroy Lindo, but I'm not.
That is correct for
Okay.
3 points. Boatman very happy that his opponent is now beating him in the match.
If I gotta lose to somebody, I'll take losing to Doc.
So we will go to Boatman now for his 1-point question. If he hits us, he will tie the game with Redshaw.
All right, Boatman, for 1 point in actors and actresses. What actor appears in The Dead Don't Die, Osmosis Jones, and The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou?
Bill Murray.
That is correct for 1 point. And I believe we're tied.
We will stick with Boatman because he has more questions.
All right. Boatman, 2 points in the category of animated. What 2006 film based on a children's series of books features Will Ferrell playing a character known as the Man in the Yellow Hat?
Curious George.
That is correct for 2 points.
So we will send it back to Redshaw for his 4-pointer in Billy Wilder. If he hits it, he will take the lead, and Boatman will have to answer either his 3 or his 4. If he misses, Boatman will be the winner of the tournament. Your 4-point question in Billy Wilder, Redshaw. What is the name of the insurance company that Walter Neff works for in Double Indemnity?
I was wondering if you would do this. Pacific All Risk Insurance Company.
That is correct for 4 big points. And I didn't do anything, but someone else chose to. So here's the situation. Boatman now will have to hit either his 3 or his 4. If he hits either question, he will win. Otherwise, Redshaw will win.
All right. Boatman for 3 points in Billy Wilder. In the Lost Weekend, at what kind of entertainment event does Don tell Nat that he first met Helen at?
Needed to rewatch this one. I didn't. I'm not going to waste a repeat. Movie premiere.
That is incorrect. Correct answer was the opera. And I'd like to have a word with whoever phrased that question. All right. Then we're going to go to your 4-point in Spike Lee. And you know the situation. You hit it, you win. If not, it goes to Redshaw. You ready for your 4-pointer, Boatman?
Yep.
4 points in Spike Lee. In Inside Man, all of the criminals use variations of what name to identify themselves?
Five.
Repeat the question.
Sure, that's your first repeat. You have 2 left. In Inside Man, all of the criminals use variations of what name to identify themselves?
I'm not going to waste the time. Great game, Doc. Jack.
And your winner, Cameron, the Doctor, Redshaw. We were looking for Steve. Steve-O, and Steven are among the names. That was an incredible match from both competitors, a back and forth all throughout. We are going to get into some post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher, Mr. Kaleb Boatman. Boatman, that was a great match, back and forth all throughout. Do you want Koho in here, or do you want to talk just on your own?
Talk. Yeah, I just made some errors. Westerns, I shot in places I shouldn't have, and honestly, I wish I would have swapped Wilder and Lee in round 3. I was scared of a Wilder 4-pointer. Should have been, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. I'm happy. If I had to lose to anybody, I'm glad I lost to Doc. Go beat Bar. Go beat Bar. Win.
Absolutely. Still, you had an incredible run in the tournament, an incredible match tonight. Obviously, you will be back because you are the Kaleb Boatman. So, is there anyone you'd like to face when you come back, or any specific names, any call-outs you want to make?
I'm gonna take a nap. That's just. Well, I'll take a nap and we'll see.
All right. Well, with that, we will say goodbye to Mr. Boatman, and we will bring in our winner, Cameron Redshaw. That was an insane match. Sweeping, or actually not sweeping, but getting the points you needed to in the 3rd round to take the lead and hold it. Obviously, you had a large reaction to learning you had won. How are you feeling right now?
I honestly can't believe it. I thought I was getting knocked out. I thought after that round 2 in Action Adventure, it was three movies I hadn't seen, and the 2 movies I had seen, I didn't remember those details from, and I thought it was done. And I don't know what to think right now, honestly. I'm excited to know that my Spike Lee study sort of paid off, even though Double Lindo is kind of a guess. I actually knew the 4-pointer, which was exciting, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, as it has been alluded to, as we've been saying, as everyone knew going into this tournament, you will be moving on to face Mr. Andrew, the Dive, the Pretentious Hack, whatever his nickname is at this point, Bar. Thoughts about that match as we move towards it?
I had 2 goals at the beginning of the year. My immediate goal was to beat Menchaca and just kind of like prove to myself that I'm like better than I thought I was. Then my other goal was to get to a title shot. And this was the last circumstance I thought I would actually make it through to get there. Because I was like, I could maybe win it in like a 3-round title fixture, but not in a tournament setting. So I don't know. I need to like breathe after this. And then I'll figure out how I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we will give you some time to breathe. We will see you in the title match. Congratulations once again on a fantastic match. As we go to final thoughts on the desk with Kirk. Wow.
Yeah. Best tournament finals I've seen since I've been in the community. Probably the all-time best comeback I've seen. Down in knockout territory after your spin against Kaleb Boatman. Redshaw wasn't the only one I think who was knocked out. I was kind of taking a nap here because I figured I was done hosting for the night. And yeah, he came. No offense for Redshaw, but you come back like it's Boatman. That's pretty crazy. That's impressive. Match of the year so far, as I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a phenomenal match. I cannot wait for everyone to see it. But with that being said, thank you everyone for watching the 2021 Multiplex Movie Warzone Summer Series Singles Tournament. I have been Cameron Holzman. That has been Kurt Kolakowski. And on behalf of Kaleb Boatman, Cameron Redshaw, and Kaleb Koho, thank you everyone for watching.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.